bigger issues for me are the size. It's 5.5 inches. It would have been really nice if the bezels were just a little smaller, and pixel response time. So as you even just drag a window around on the screen, you can tell that this HIPS display, while it has really vibrant colors, is not great when it comes to pixel responsiveness. Also, it only runs at 60 Hz, which isn't going to be an issue for AAA gaming, but if you're running indie or older games, you could have potentially taken advantage of a higher refresh rate display. There's a couple other things I want to show you. It has a micro SD slot over here that I've got loaded up with a 512 gig card. We'll see how that works, as well as GPD's typical mouse slash game controller switch mode button here. So what this will do, it's not actually working on my early unit here, but it'll allow you to use the joysticks and shoulder buttons as your mouse. From my previous experience with it, it works really freaking well, like impressively well, and you probably won't end up missing a touchpad at all. On the bottom, oh yeah, I didn't even mention this, stereo speakers, Thunderbolt 4. Freaking Thunderbolt! So you know we're going to be playing around with that later. Of course, the big thing everyone wants to know is, what is this keyboard like? It's backlit, you can tell it's illuminated from the top, and there's like a diffusion layer in there. Let's try, like, I don't know, what do people ask Cortana? Weather. There's a little bit of vibration actually, but I don't know if I would quite describe it as haptic. I mean, it's haptic, but it's more like the whole unit kind of vibrates. It's not like it feels specific to the keyboard, and the whole thing feels just like a piece of glass or something. Oh, did I mention this is Gorilla Glass 5 up here? There's only a left shift, so if you wanted to use punctuation, for example, you wanted to, capital Q, Quest. One bright spot is the hinge mechanism. Considering what a small company GPD is, this is surprisingly refined feeling. Like, it slides up, locks in place, slides down nice and smoothly, locks in place, and I think I kind of have to forgive the admittedly horribleness of this keyboard, because the purpose of this device is gaming first. Like, if we were looking at something like their previous P2, which was supposed to be a hyper-portable laptop for, like, typing up your essay on the train as you head into school at the last minute, this would have been unacceptable. But if it's just like, we need to save some space compared to a membrane keyboard, but we still want the ability to quickly Alt-Enter if a game opens in, windowed mode or something like that, then it's got everything that you really need. So I'm okay with it. I'd be negligent if I didn't say how well the fingerprint scanner works. The answer is really good, so that's a really good inclusion when you consider how hard it would be to type passwords on the included keyboard. Okay, can't tell if that's taking the screw out or just stripping it. I think it was stripping it. Oh, dang it. Maybe you're right, Andy. Might have to talk about the specs without being able to look at them. No, I think I got it. So we've got a Core i5 1135 G7 processor, so that sits right under this cooler here. We've got, that is surprising, a full-sized M.2, so that's an 80mm M.2. With how many little tiny, like 40mm ones are out there? I would have thought they would have gone with a smaller one. Intel Wi-Fi, so that's Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth right there, with the antennas running, I don't know, somewhere, can't really tell. Yeah, dedicated speaker. Wait. Whoa, hold on a second. Is this one fake? Oh. Okay, yes. It does have stereo speakers. They're not amazing.
Whichever monitor you decide to order.
They're functional. Functional.
HD, so it's 1440p.
Loud and functional. Got a vibration motor over here. Oh, cool. Okay, got these little spring-loaded contacts for the rear like macro buttons here. And that's a 44 watt-hour battery. So GPD is rating this thing for 2 to 3 hours under heavy load, anywhere from kind of 6 to 8 under medium load, and 14 hours under a light load. Sounds reasonable enough to me based on what I know about this hardware, but it's going to depend on how you configure it. So that Tiger Lake CPU in there with XE graphics can go anywhere from